Shalom, shalom, giving all praises to the Most High and the Son, Yahushua. Today's class, from evening to evening, shall you celebrate your Sabbath. So, we got a doctrine out here that say, I'm not understanding. It say from evening to evening. We know what the morning is. We know what afternoon is. But now evening is talking about morning. So we're going to dive into this and get the proper understanding, because it's saying the class is from evening to evening, so you celebrate your Sabbath. That's when your day starts. I mean, when you start bringing out these new doctrines and you have no foundation for them, and really the Spirit doesn't even guide you to it, but if you young in this truth, and you got a lot of people out there with itchy nose, they like to go dipping themselves in everybody else chip, everybody else dip, and that will get them caught up, man. They find out it's not the dip that they thought it was. It might just look like it, the flavor you wanted, but it's not the flavor you want. Let's go to 1 Timothy 4:1 first. Let's start out there. This is a Bible prophecy here, and that's how you know it's true. Read that up.
The book of 1 Timothy, chapter 4 and verse 1. Now the Spirit speaketh expressly that in the latter times some shall depart from the faith.
See, it's saying in latter times, in the end times, some shall depart from the faith, from the truth, from the Bible. But read on.
Giving heed to seducing spirits.
Man, any spirit I heard now, I'm going to tell you something. Israel is real sick. And when you got people out here that's just putting out anything and not really examining their own spirit or examining what they're doing, then they say, what kind of spirits?
Giving heed to seducing spirits.
Seducing spirit, man. They speak well, go and how they get a breakdown, and then you have people sitting up in here saying con. I'm just saying none. And a lot of these people are new to the truth. That's why we should, as leaders in this truth, we should be careful what we put out there. It's very important what you feeding the sheep. Some of y'all can feed them some slop, because they're not getting the real understanding. But read on.
And doctrines of devils.
That's what the powers say. Doctrines of devils. So, and I seen a guy, he did a video talking about this. He spent the first 10 minutes talking. He ain't pulled down precept, then he pulled this one down. I'm like, man, he cutting himself. What kind of, and then you start examining these brothers, and you go look up on their page, they ain't had a video out in 4 or 5 years. Then you start examining the body of work, what's going on with them. Nothing. You go examine them. Are they out there on the street corners teaching? No. They too busy behind a camera causing confusion. But read on.
Speaking lies and hypocrisy.
Speaking lies and hypocrisy, man. Read on.
Having their conscience seared.
Having their mind seared. Read.
With a hot iron.
With a hot iron. That means they're going off. They're going completely off. When you start putting stuff out like this, you should understand what you're teaching. You shouldn't be, what you call it, a mimicker. You hear someone else bring something out, and I'm gonna tell you something. That means that spirit ain't got a foundation. If he grab hold of that quick, because I'm gonna ask you, how long have you been in the truth? Then you start finding out that probably hasn't been in the truth that long. Then if you someone that's been in this truth 4 or 5 years, 2 or 3 years, and you gravitate to every seducing spirit out there, that means you're not walking in the faith. That means you have no foundation. Because you grasping hold to anything to go along with your wicked lifestyle. And that's what you see. That's why you see a lot of them that was out there con and all that. A lot of them is sitting at home and seeing, probably was hitting a blunt while they was typing in con.
That's right.
See, I'm going to just tell you this. A lot of Israelites that doesn't like to gather themselves together, they in sin. You in sin. I know you in sin. Yeah, I'm talking to you. You're probably like, how he know? Yeah, I know. You know. Let's go to Genesis 1 and 5, man. These precepts that they break down, man. And I just don't understand how anybody could see what they teaching. Read that out.
The book of Genesis, chapter 1 and verse 5. And God called the light day.
Read on.
And the darkness he called night.
He called night. Read.
And the evening and the morning were the first day.
So these were just names given to what God was calling it. He said, and the evening and the morning. So they just put this all in one now. Evening means morning. Once you get the definition of these things, you'll find out that you haven't got the proper understanding. But read on.
And God said, let there...
It called the evening and the morning, and they were the first day. Read verse 5 again.
Verse 5. And God called the light day, and the darkness he called night. And the evening and the morning were the first day.
So it said the evening and the morning he called the first day. Let's go get this. Hey, if you got that evening over there, pull that evening up, the definition of evening. Bring it up a little bigger. See, we gonna get that old Webster dictionary. It's okay. Read that for me.
From the Webster's Dictionary, 1828, the definition of evening, the latter part and close of the day.
It say in the close of the day. Read.
In the beginning of darkness or night.
Beginning of what?
Of darkness or night.
So how is it that the evening is the morning now? But read on.
Properly, the decline or fall of the day or of the sun.
Of the sun. Read on.
The precise time when evening begins.
The precise time when evening begins. Sunset. Read.
Or when it ends.
When it ends. Read on.
Is not ascertained by usage.
Ascertained, discovered by operation. But read on.
The word often includes a part at least of the afternoon.
So now we got the afternoon after 12. So once you get past the afternoon, guess what comes next? The evening. Read on.
And indeed the whole afternoon, as in the phrase, the morning and evening service of the Sabbath.
Read on.
In strictness, evening commences at the setting of the sun.
It commences when?
At the setting of the sun.
So we can end this class right now. Ain't gonna be through, man. See, they ain't gonna go in there and get you no kind of definitions or nothing. They just give you smooth talk like a smooth operator. Read on.
And continues during twilight. And night commences with total darkness.
See, and night commences with total darkness. That twilight is going into the evening too. Read on.
But in customary languages, the evening extends to bedtime.
To when?
To bedtime.
Read on.
Whatever that time may be. Hence we say, to spend an evening with a friend. An evening visit.
That's all we need on there, man. This is just, it's madness. Let's go get Dawn, man. Pull up Dawn right quick, man. See, we're going to pull up and break these words down because this is, read this right quick.
From the Webster's Dictionary, 1828, the definition of dawn. To begin to grow light in the morning.
So we understand it's coming, it's dawn, it's still dust a little bit. It's the beginning to grow light in the morning. Read.
To grow light as the day dawns.
As the day dawns. So when you get these different meanings, a lot of these brothers don't have the understanding. Read.
The morning dawns.
Read.
it began to dawn towards the first day of the week.
So it's just letting you know it's the first. It didn't say the first. It say the first day. It didn't say the beginning of the day. So understand they're getting this in Matthew 28:1. Read on.
To begin to open or expand, to begin to show intellectual light or knowledge as the genius of the youth begins to dawn, when life awakens and dawns at every line.
Jump down to dawn right there. Dawn now.
Dawn, the break of day.
Read.
The appearance of light.
Read on.
In the morning.
When?
In the morning.
So that's all we need on that, man. We ain't gonna go through all this. Give me this the telling time in ancient Egypt. Let me see where they get this day stuff from. See, a lot of times, a lot of brothers, they don't go do no research. Let me tell you something. I'm a researcher. I want to make sure what I'm bringing is in the spirit of the Yahweh Shai. Read that right quick,
Telling time in ancient Egypt. A hallmark of every known culture is some system to track the passing of time. It is though that, like most agricultural societies, the ancient Egyptians originally organized their calendar according to the cycles of the moon and the agricultural seasons. Most scholars agree that the Egyptian day began at dawn.
When did it begin?
Began at dawn.
Paganism, man. Read.
Before the rising of the sun.
Before it began at dawn. Before the rising of the sun. Read.
Rather than sunrise.
Rather than sunrise. Rather than sunrise. That's all we need on that. Let's go to Leviticus 23 and 32. See, Israel, let's keep it basic. We don't have to make it hard, man, because if we truly want the understanding, we'll keep things basic. See, when we start using philosophies, then it become hard. Then it become confusion. Read out
the book of Leviticus, chapter 23, verse 32. It shall be unto you a Sabbath of rest.
Read on.
And ye shall afflict your souls. In the 9th day of the month at even, from even to even, shall ye celebrate your Sabbath.
So, we done got the proper definition of what evening means. Evening to evening, not morning to morning. It's crazy. It's just like those spirits that's easily gravitates to lies, then they get caught up. Give me Daniel 7 and 25, because you have to understand Esau changed the new day at 12 a.m. So why would he change it at 12 a.m. when we understood that it starts at evening? So, and why is some of us all of a sudden gravitate to a pagan deity of starting in the daytime? Read that up.
The book of Daniel, chapter 7, verse 25. And he shall speak great words against the Most High.
This is Esau and the 2/3, man. Read on.
And shall wear out the saints of the Most High.
Read.
And think to change times and laws.
Read on.
And they shall be given into his hand, unto a time and times and a dividing of time.
So we understand Esau is the orchestrator of changing it to 12 a.m. Now we got people, they don't boost it up to the morning time. So we're going to examine this through the scriptures. Give me Matthew 24 and 24. We're going to see what the scriptures say. Because sometimes when someone is breaking it down and you got a wicked spirit, and you might see somebody handsome or something bringing it out, you just lusting in the camera, man. Lusting in the television. Don't get caught up in that garbage, man. That's that Esau spirit. Read out
the book of St. Matthew, chapter 24, verse 24. For there shall arise false Christs.
There's going to be a rise in false Christ. Read.
And false prophets.
False teachers. Read.
And shall shew great signs and wonders.
These are the ones that's going to show great signs and wonders. They're going to be able to seduce as many spirits as possible. Read.
Insomuch that if it were possible, they shall deceive the very elect.
If it was possible, they would deceive the very elect. So that let me know that those people are a part of the 2/3 club. And you have to understand, keep it simple, Israel. Galatians 1:6. We keep it simple here. We don't want to be brothers trying to feed the sheep, and the sheep can't eat because you got a newborn babe and you trying to feed them a nice piece of steak. All they gonna do is get caught up on it, man. Read that out.
The book of Galatians, chapter 1 and verse 6. I marvel that ye are so soon removed from him.
See, he said he marveled that ye are so soon removed from your house. Read.
From him that called you into the grace of Christ unto another gospel.
Read on.
Which is not another.
It's not another. Read.
But there be some that trouble you.
There's going to be some of these Israelites out here that trouble you, man. Read.
They will pervert the gospel of Christ.
And they don't pervert the gospel of Yahweh. Read.
But though we, or an angel from heaven, preach any other gospel unto you than which we have preached unto you, let him be accursed.
Let him be accursed, man. Read on.
As we said before, so say I now again.
Read.
If any man preach any other gospel unto you than that ye have received, let him be accursed.
Saying the same thing or repeat. Read on.
For do I now persuade men or God?
See, now, Paul saying, do I persuade man or God? Read.
Or do I seek to please men?
A lot of Israel they seek to please men. That's why when you see them with an athlete or somebody got fringes on their garment, man, on their shirt, they don't have them all over on Facebook, man. Brothers out here standing out here cracking their backs out here on these corners every Sabbath. This dude here ain't busting a grape. Israel is all about pleasing man. They are man pleasers in Israel. You got a lot of effeminate brothers in this truth. And you have to be austere with them because Christ is an austere man. It say no effeminate brother is going to make it into the kingdom.
That's right.
Read on.
For if I yet please men, I should not be the servant of Christ.
So now some of these people, they're not the servant of Yahweh. They're serving a man. When you don't examine things, man, when people are starting to throw things out here that they have not the proper understanding, examine yourself. Make sure you have a strong foundation. That's why I take some of these people that's out there on the sideline right now ain't getting no proper understanding because they out there in that world. And they're going to get tossed to and fro in different doctrines. Let's go to Leviticus 24:1. Let's go to Leviticus. Because I know a lot of these precepts, if they teaching, they're not going to pull. Let's get this. Read out
the book of Leviticus, chapter 24, and verse 1. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Command the children of Israel that they bring unto thee pure oil out of beaten for the light. For what? For the light.
Read.
To cause the lamps to burn continuously.
He wanted these lamps burning continuously, man. You think he wanted Moses to do this in the daytime? He wanted it done at night so they can see. Read on.
Without the veil of the testimony in the tabernacle of the congregation shall Aaron order it from the evening. From what? From the evening.
From the sunset, read.
Until the morning.
Until the morning, read.
Before the Lord continually.
Read on.
It shall be a statute forever in your generation.
Read.
He shall order the lamps upon the pure candlestick before the Lord continually.
Continuously, man. So we have to understand, it say from the evening until the morning. I'm confused here. So now, if he's saying from the morning, so this is just one word. Evening and morning means the same thing. Then why is he saying burn it? So why would they be burning in the morning time? It say until the morning. So he says stop it then. But see, Israel don't want to hear. Give me Jeremiah 6:1. I know, brothers, it's not a knock against our brothers, just bringing the truth out. Read that.
The book of Jeremiah, chapter 6, and verse 1. O ye children of Benjamin,
Benjamin, read on.
gather yourselves to flee out of the midst of Jerusalem, and blow the trumpet in Tekoa.
Tekoa, read.
And set up a sign of fire in Beth-Hakerem.
These are a couple of the cities that was in Benjamin. Read.
For evil appeared out of the north.
Read on.
And great destruction.
Because the Chaldean, the Babylonian was coming. Read.
I have likened the daughter of Zion to a comely and delicate woman.
Read on.
The shepherds with their flocks shall come unto her.
Read.
They shall pitch their tents against her round about. They shall feed every one in his place. Prepare ye war against her.
Prepare ye war against her. Read.
Arise, and let us go up at noon.
At what?
At noon.
At noon. Read.
Woe unto us.
He said destruction unto us. Read.
For the day goeth away.
So the what?
For the day goeth away.
Read on.
For the shadows of the evening are stretched out.
So we understand it was noon. Then it's saying the evening, the shadow of the evening was stretched out. So I'm confused. So when you're not getting proper scriptures, proper precepts, you're not getting proper understanding. But let's read on.
Arise, and let us go out by night.
It say now, once the evening time has stretched out, arise and let us go out by night. Read.
And let us destroy her places.
And let us destroy her places. Jerusalem. See, read on. That's it on that. That's it on that. Let's get more. Exodus 29 and 37. See, because the precepts that brothers are pulling, they haven't explained them and they haven't broken them down properly. These are self-explanatory to you. So, we should be getting some understanding now that sometimes we make mistakes and it's okay to repent from those mistakes. We don't have proper understanding. But read that up.
The book of Exodus, chapter 29, verse 37. 7 days thou shalt make an atonement for the altar.
Read on.
And sanctify it.
And cleanse it. Read.
And it shall be an altar most holy. Whosoever touches the altar shall be holy.
Read on.
Now, this is that which thou shalt offer upon the altar. 2 lambs of the first year, day by day continually.
Read.
And 1 lamb thou shalt offer in the morning.
And when?
In the morning.
It say 1 lamb you shall offer in the morning. So now the morning is here, but read on.
And the other lamb thou shalt offer at evening.
So we can't, this is not the same thing. So he said, and another one in the evening. Wow. Somebody, it just amazes me to that people grab hold to every spirit out there, man. Read on.
And with the 1 lamb, a 10th deal of flour mingled with the 4th part of an hin of beaten oil.
Some of the women say, I better get that biscuit, how to make that biscuit with flour and meal and stuff, you know, from scratch. Read on.
In the 4th part of an hin of wine for a drink offering.
See, they'll remember that one, but read on.
And the other lamb thou shalt offer at evening.
And when?
At evening.
At evening, read.
It shall do thereto according to the meat offering of the morning.
Read on.
And according to the drink offering thereof, for a sweet savor. An offering made by fire unto the Lord. This shall be a continual burnt offering throughout your generations at the door of the tabernacle of the congregation before the Lord, where I will meet you to speak there unto thee.
So we have to understand, it say, 1 lamb thou shalt offer in the morning, and the other lamb thou shalt offer at evening. It's clear and simple, as the precepts states. Give me 2 Kings 7 and 5. The thing is, you're going to have some people out there with the banana in their mouth, and I don't care. I'm going to go with what the Spirit leads me. I can't go with what man teach me, and I don't feel like they in the Spirit. This is simple. Read this out.
The book of 2 Kings, chapter 7 and verse 5. And they arose up in the twilight.
This is going into the evening. Twilight is another synonymous word for evening. Read.
To go unto the camp of the Syrians.
This was Israel going up to the camp of the Syrian. Read.
And when they were come to the uttermost part of the camp of Syria, behold, there was no man there.
There was no man there. Read.
For the Lord had made the host of the Syrians to hear a noise of chariots, and a noise of horses, even the noise of a great host. And they said one to another, Lo, the king of Israel hath hired against us the king of the Hittites.
The Hittites, read.
And the kings of the Egyptians.
Read.
To come upon us.
Read on.
Wherefore they arose and fled in the twilight.
In the evening, read.
And left their tents, and their horses, and their asses, even the camp as it was, and fled for their life.
So they left everything as it was. They was cooking and everything. So Israel was getting ready to attack. So where is morning? See, the thing is, when you're trying to get proper understanding, give me 1 Samuel 30 and 17. 1 Samuel 30 and 17.
The book of 1 Samuel, chapter 30 and verse 17. And David smote them from the twilight even, from the twilight even.
Because some people don't even understand. They're saying the same thing. Twilight, evening, read.
Until the evening of the next day.
Read on. Until the evening of the next day. Read.
And there escaped not a man of them, save 400 young men, which rode upon camels and fled.
So we understand David smote them from the twilight of the evening as the sun was setting until the evening as the sun had set, until the next day. Nowhere in here is saying morning. It's the start of a new day. Give me Judges 19 and 1. We're just going to keep going through the scriptures, getting a proper understanding, not worrying about getting seduced by wicked spirits. Read out
the book of Judges, chapter 19 and verse 1. And it came to pass in those days, when there was no king in Israel, that there was a certain Levite sojourning on the side of Mount Ephraim, who took to him a concubine out of Bethlehem, Judah. And his concubine played the whore against him.
A lot of times you got a lot of these sisters that believing in the doctrine. That's what be happening. Read on.
And went away from him unto her father's house to Bethlehem, Judah.
Read on.
And was there 4 whole months.
For a whole 4 months. Read.
And her husband arose and went after her to speak friendly unto her and to bring her again, having his servant with him and a couple of asses. And she brought him into her father's house.
Read.
And when the father of the damsel saw him, he rejoiced to meet him.
He was rejoicing to meet him because he wanted to get his wicked daughter up out that house crying. Jump down to verse 20, man.
Verse 20. And the old man said, Peace be with thee. Howsoever let all thy wants lie upon me. Only lodge not in the street.
He telling him you ain't got to stay out there in the streets. Read on.
So he brought him into his house.
Read.
And gave provender unto the ass.
He fed his asses. Read.
And they washed their feet.
Read on.
And did eat and drink.
They did what?
And did eat and drink.
Remember that. Read on.
And as they were making their hearts merry,
read,
behold, the men of the city, certain men of Belial, beset the house round about, and beat at the door,
read,
and spake to the master of the house, the old man, saying, Bring forth the man that came into thine house,
read,
that we may know him.
That we what?
That we may know him.
That they may know him. They was wanting to have sex with him. Israel was wicked, man. Read on.
And the man, the master of the house, went out unto them and said unto them, Nay, my brethren, nay, I pray you, do not so wickedly, seeing that this man is coming to my house. Do not this folly.
Do not this folly, man. Read.
Behold, here is my daughter, a maiden, and his concubine. Them will I bring out now, and humble ye them, and do with them what seemeth good unto you. But unto this man do not so vile a thing.
Read.
But the men will not hearken to him. So the man took his concubine and brought her forth unto them, and they knew her and abused her all the night until the morning.
Until when?
Until the morning.
Read.
And when the day began to spring,
read.
They let her go.
They let her go. Read.
Then came the woman in the dawning of the day.
The what?
The dawning of the day.
The light of the day. Read.
And fell down at the door of the man's house, where her Lord was, till it was light.
Till it was when?
Till it was light.
So when you go into that dawning, it's still dark. It's dawn. It don't mean that it's daytime. I don't understand why is it that when you study trying to break these precepts down, that's the new day. Dawn. It's just giving you, this is just an analogy giving you what happened, what took place. All night long until the morning. And when the day begins to spring, they let her go. Then came the woman in the dawning of the day. So the day, it didn't say a new day, the dawning of the day. The day had already been established. It was just the dawning of the day. Give me Job 3 and 9. Oh boy. Getting ready to eat.
The book of Job, chapter 3. The book of Job, chapter 3 and verse 9. Let the stars of the twilight thereof be dark.
See, let the stars of the twilight, okay, twilight is going into evening. Therefore be dark. Read.
Let it look for light.
Let it look for light. Read.
But have none.
Read on.
Neither let it see the dawning of the day.
Let it see the dawning of the day. I'm still confused. How is it that this is saying anything that the day is the morning is the new day? What scriptures are they pulling? Give me Joshua 6 and 1. Joshua 6 and 1. That's what I want? Yeah. Read
the book of Joshua, chapter 6 and verse 1. Now Jericho was straightly shut up because of the children of Israel. None went out and none came in. And the Lord said unto Joshua, See, I have given unto thine hand Jericho, and the king thereof, and the mighty men of valor. And ye shall compass the city, all ye men of war, and go round about the city once. Thus shalt thou do 6 days.
6 days, read on.
And 7 priests shall bear before the ark 7 trumpets of ram's horn. And the 7th day ye shall compass the city 7 times. And the priest shall blow with the trumpets.
Jump down to verse 15.
Verse 15. And it came to pass on the 7th day.
On the 7th day. It was the 7th day. Read.
That they rose early.
They rose early. Read.
About the dawning of the day.
There was no light out at that time. Read.
And compassed the city after the same manner 7 times.
Read on.
Only on that day they compassed the city 7 times.
So we have to understand when it's going into the dawning of the day has already been established at evening time. Give me 2 Chronicles 2 and 4. They blow that smoke out down there. 2 Chronicles 2 and 4. Let me get there with you. So this is not telling us that the day starts in the morning time. It starts at evening. The day was already established. Read out
the book of 2 Chronicles, chapter 2, and verse 4. Behold, I build a house to the name of the Lord my God.
Read.
To dedicate it to him, and to burn before him sweet incense.
That was burning in hell. Read.
And for the continual showbread, and for the burnt offerings, morning and evening.
Morning and evenings. Read.
On the Sabbaths.
Read.
And on the new moons. And on the solemn feast of the Lord our God. This is an ordinance forever to Israel.
So now the morning is before the evening. So is they just burning incense just in the morning? No, they're burning them all day. Simple mathematics, Israel. Matthew 28:1. Let's go here where a lot of Israel base their whole congregation on this one precept. But we're going to give you the proper understanding of what it's talking about. Read.
The book of St. Matthew, chapter 28, verse 1. In the end of the Sabbath.
So when did the Sabbath end? Did it end that morning? No, it ended that evening. It ended that evening. Read.
As it began to dawn towards the first day of the week.
It didn't say the first, it say as it began to dawn. So it was coming in daylight towards the first day of the week. Read.
Came Mary Magdalene and the other Mary to see the sepulchre.
To see the sepulchre. Let's go to Mark 16:1. Let's get another precept on the same thing. Read that out.
The book of St. Mark, chapter 16 and verse 1.
See, you have to go in precept and read.
And when the Sabbath was past.
See, the Sabbath had passed. Read.
Mary Magdalene and Mary, the mother of James and Salome, had brought sweet spices that they might come and anoint him.
Read on.
And very early in the morning.
And when?
And very early in the morning.
And very early in the morning. Read.
The first day of the week.
So it was already established. The first day of the week. Read.
They came unto the sepulchre at the rising of the sun.
Read.
And they said among themselves, who shall roll us away the stone from the door of the sepulchre? And when they looked, they saw that the stone was rolled away, for it was very great.
Read on.
And entering into the sepulchre, they saw a young man sitting on the right side, clothed in a long white garment. And they were affrighted.
Read.
And he said unto them, be not affrighted. Ye seek Yahushua of Nazareth, which was crucified. He is risen.
Read.
He is not here. Behold the place where they laid him.
Behold the place. Look at the place where he was laid. So it's saying very early in the morning, the first day of the week. How is that saying that is the time of the new day? It's just saying the first day of the week. It didn't say nothing about the new day. So I'm not understanding. Give me Deuteronomy 16:1. I'm clearly not understanding how you change the doctrine. Read this right quick,
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 16 and verse 1. Observe the month of Abib.
So this is going to clear totally. Read on.
And keep the Passover unto the Lord thy God.
Read.
For in the month of Abib, the Lord thy God brought thee forth out of Egypt by night.
Read on.
By what? By night.
Read.
Thou shalt therefore sacrifice the Passover unto the Lord thy God, of the herd and the herd. Of the flock and the herd, in the place which the Lord shall choose to place his name there.
Read on.
Thou shalt eat no leavened bread with it. 7 days shalt thou eat unleavened bread therewith, even the bread of affliction. For thou comest forth out of the land of Egypt in haste.
In haste. Read on.
That thou mayest remember the day when thou camest forth out of the land of Egypt all the days of thy life.
Read on.
And there shall be no leavened bread seen with thee in all thy coasts 7 days.
7 days. Read.
Neither shall there anything of the flesh which thou sacrificed the first day at evening.
When?
At evening.
The first day at evening. So, the first day at when?
At evening.
At morning.
At evening.
Read.
Remain all night until the morning.
And what?
Remain all night until the morning.
Read on.
Thou mayest not sacrifice the Passover within any of thy gates, which the Lord thy God giveth thee.
Read.
But at the place which the Lord thy God shall choose to place his name in, there thou shalt sacrifice the Passover at evening.
What and what?
At evening.
Read.
At the going down of the sun.
And what?
At the going down of the sun.
So the sun go down in the morning? Read.
At the season that thou camest forth out of Egypt.
Give me Mark 1 and 25, man. Mark 1 and 25. Scriptures are plain and simple. Read this right quick out.
The book of St. Mark, chapter 1, verse 25. And Yahweh shall rebuke him, saying, Hold thy peace.
Hold thy peace, man. That's what a lot of time what's going to have to happen. He's going to have to rebuke a lot of Israel. Read on.
And come out of him.
Read.
And when the unclean spirit had torn him, and cried with a loud voice, he came out of him.
Read on.
And they were all amazed, insomuch that they questioned among themselves, saying, What thing is this? What new doctrine is this?
Read on.
For with authority commanded he even the unclean spirits, and they do obey him. And immediately his fame spread about throughout all the region round about Galilee.
Read.
And forthwith, when they were come out of the synagogue, they entered into the house of Simon and Andrew with James and John. But Simon's wife's mother lay sick of a fever, and anon they tell him of her. And he came and took her by the hand and lifted her up, and immediately the fever left her, and she ministered unto them.
See, and she went out and testified what Christ had did. Read.
And at even,
And what?
and at even,
Read.
when the sun did set,
The sun did set. Read.
they brought unto him all that were diseased, and them that were possessed with devils. And all the city was gathered together at the door. And he healed many that were sick of diverse diseases,
Read on.
and cast out many devils, and suffered not the devils to speak,
These are talking about the people's. Read.
because they knew him.
They knew him. Read on.
And in the morning,
And hold up. Where?
and in the morning,
Read.
rising up a great while before day,
Before when?
before day,
Read.
he went out and departed into the solitary place, and there prayed.
So when you got people out here trying to make it like that's the new day, it's just saying before day. It's the same old thing when people are trying to basically give you a philosophy of what they think and not going on what the scriptures are saying. Not having, give me Nehemiah 13:15. Not having a proper understanding of the scriptures. And sometimes you'll find out, man, some of these brothers in the truth, Most High be pulling it away from them because they pulling away from the Most High. Read up.
The book of Nehemiah, chapter 13, verse 15. In those days I saw in Judah some treading wine presses on the Sabbath.
Read up. They was what?
Treading wine presses on the Sabbath.
They was working, man, because they mind wasn't right. Read.
And bringing in sheaves and lading asses, as also wine, grapes, and figs, and all manners of burden, which they brought into Jerusalem on the Sabbath day.
Read.
And I testified against them in the day wherein they sold victuals.
Read on.
There dwell men of Tyre also therein, which brought fish and all manner of ware.
Read on.
And so on the Sabbath day, unto the children of Judah and in Jerusalem.
Read.
Then I contended with the nobles of Judah.
Then Nehemiah said he contended with them. Read.
And said unto them, what evil thing is this that ye do, and profane the Sabbath day?
Because when you're cooking on Friday evening, Friday at the sunset, you profane it. But read on.
Did not your fathers thus? And did not our God bring all this evil upon us?
Read on.
And upon this city? Yet ye bring more wrath upon Israel by profaning the Sabbath?
Read.
And it came to pass that when the gates of Jerusalem began to be dark before the Sabbath.
They began to be dark before when?
Before the Sabbath.
As the sun was setting, as the Sabbath was coming in. Read.
I commanded that the gates should be shut.
Read.
And charged that they should not be opened till after the Sabbath.
Read on.
And some of my servants said, I at the gates, that there should no burden be brought in on the Sabbath day.
So when did they do this at dark? At the beginning of dark, or did they start in the morning time? They started at the beginning of dark, when the Sabbath in the evening time. Plain and simple. Give me 1 Corinthians 14:33. 1 Corinthians 14:33. So it's giving you, if you have any understanding, I tell brothers and sisters, continue to read. Never stop reading. Because if someone is pulling you precepts and not breaking them down properly, we understand that the evening is sunset, sundown, when the sun is going down. We understand that dawn is when the morning is coming in. It's still not even daylight at that time. So, but read out
the book of 1 Corinthians chapter 14, verse 33. For God is not the author of confusion,
read,
but of peace, as in all churches of the saints.
That's what we should be sticking to, man. Because he's not the author of confusion. When people start bringing doctrines that they don't do no research on, and they see some guy teaching something, and he don't have it right. Give me Colossians 2:8. Understand the scriptures. Stick with the milk. Keep it basic. You don't have to try to be all. It will explain it in his last precept. Read that out.
The book of Colossians chapter 2, verse 8. Beware, lest any man spoil you through philosophy and vain deceit.
See, a lot of times when they don't have the proper understanding of the scriptures, it's philosophies. And vain deceit, lies. Read.
After the tradition of men.
Because they learn it from another man. You should let the Spirit guide you, not men guide you. Read.
After the rudiments of the world.
And after the rudiments of the world. Read on.
And not after Christ.
It was not given, this was not ordained after Christ. Because when you go into the scriptures, why was it that Christ had to be buried before Sunday? It was going into a new day. Give me that Deuteronomy. I think it's 23. 23 and 21. 21, 22. Read that.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 21, verse 22. And if a man have committed a sin worthy of death,
read on.
And he to be put to death, and thou hang him on a tree,
read.
His body shall not remain all night upon the tree,
read.
But thou shalt in any wise bury him that day.
That when?
That day.
So if he was hung on a tree, they should have put him in the ground that day. He shouldn't be hung all night. Read.
For he that is hanged is accursed of God.
Read.
That thy land be not defiled, which the Lord thy God giveth thee for an inheritance.
So if you was hanged in that day, the Most High saying you shouldn't leave that body up on that tree all night. You should bury him that day. So that day are people hanging people at night? No, they hang them in the daytime. So when the evening comes, that's when that's what happened to Yahushua when the man went to go get Christ's body. Because they understand the burial that Christ needs to be put in the ground before sundown or put in the tomb. But on that note, shalom, Israel.
Shalom.